You're live, buddy.
There it is. Welcome to What's the Hangar Wednesday. I'm Model Rocketeer. Here, mission control. But you guys doing this? Now, what's in your hangar? Awesome, sounds good. So I'm trying to tune into the YouTube channel also, and we got some people chiming already. They're following us. Good to see. I guess they'll be joining us here soon. I have Micheal Wimmer, Hiko, and Nita with us. Yeah. But me personally, I've got a lot of things going on in the hangar. I do still have the just a master grade that I've been working on, and is coming along. Other than a small paint technicality that I had with color scheme. So now that I've been able to solve that quickly, I can get back on that. But personal life comes first, and all the great things that we've been working on here in the G Syndicate network, and what's the official production crew producing all these videos for you guys is coming along, and it's all thanks to amazing friends, partners, and our awesome sponsors at Clarksville Hobby Depot LLC. You guys find links and stuff everywhere. Check them out on Facebook. Give them a shout out. And if you're listening carefully, you can take advantage of 10% off $25 purchase or more with G_Syndicate 10. So hopefully you guys can use that. Take advantage. We can. And let's see what ends up in your hangar. We got what's the official thing with working on the official hangar mascot build off. So this is gonna be really, really cool.
Hey, everybody. How's it going? So that's what I typed in. I'm just working on this guy. Got some nice blues and some light gray and some dark gray. I only got a few pieces left before I'm ready to hop off over into top coat section. So I'm pretty happy with the way the build off went. It's got some nice coloring to it. Here's like a part of the gun. So yeah, I've been working real tough all day on it. Give you a little sneak peek here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Just a sneak, a little bit.
Yeah, just a little sneak peek. So that's what I got going on. And Hiko's getting set up and everything. He's shifting a few things around, and then he'll be into the set too. Just want to reiterate, give out our shout outs to the Wicked Wookie, the Model Rocketeer, and Clarksville Hobby Depot LLC. Those are our three sponsors right now for WebC Official Productions, and we are happy to have all of us together working as a team. So thank you out there to all of you guys. All right, and then I'm going to bring Hiko in.
Brokeman Studio said, "Woo, finally. Welcome." Yeah, we're just doing decals tonight. That's it.
We all know decal can go if you don't have a good basic understanding of what you're doing, how you're working, and tips and tricks, which I hope you can share some with us.
Yeah.
You can make a better product.
Yeah, basically just cutting decals using Mark Setter, a type of adhesive glue for decal film, and really just making sure it's aligned right with a detailed guide. So just basic stuff.
Now, can be applied to aftermarket decals. If you're just kind of winging it, because it's still a basic are using a guide. Is that correct?
Yeah, I'm using a guide, the DL decals. That's going to have a website for just markings, I guess. It has like the shoulder markings I'm looking at, and it has everything else pretty much there. But I got to fill this up with some water first.
Now, do you use like a regular water, or do you still?
Normally, you can use normal water, preferably vinegar, because it's slightly acidic, so it melts the film a little faster. Um, really, it doesn't matter what you use. It's just water. If you like doing high grade kits, just put your decal film in water, and the adhesive on the actual film should keep it on the plastic. That's if you don't want to paint. But I mean, Gundam kit decals are pretty simple. I mean, if you get into the Macross builds, you'll end up doing decal sheets probably 3 times the size for one model, I guess.
And that's because they have extra details they added a lot more advanced in comparison.
And I normally put them back into the sheet after I'm done, so I keep that on the side.
Oh, absolutely. That happened maybe somewhere else, and it changes in weather, depending where you live. That humidity can change, and then you got ruined decal sheet somewhere.
Yeah, so this gives you a small guide if you want to follow the step by step, so it tells you how. So, typical builders will put them in water, put the film on, let it dry. Some decals don't come with instructions, so that's okay. Some Bandai kits should, so it really just depends on what you're using and building.
You're using a exacto blade to cut your decals.
Yeah.
Awesome. So I use I'm building our start with a different kind of decal. But really sharp, real small.
Yeah, I've always wondered about the RC cars and when you guys aren't using your film, you can just put the film back on to keep dust and stuff because you don't want dust particles all over under the film. But pretty much, I mean, you gotta wait for a long time, let these dry, make sure they're adhering right. So when that's ready, I'll just use the mark setter. Really just putting it on, letting it dry.
You can literally sit there and watch. And you see the
Yeah,
decal.
I do it one by one.
Okay.
Pretty much. I mean,
We'll try this multiple, do multiple at a time, but they're really good. If you build this kit multiple times, you know what you're doing, and you could speed that process up by doing, chunks
yeah.
of it. Not as advanced skill.
So this is a type of setter. This is going to be additional adhesive. So this is like a very thin glue. Um, it's the same as the film decal, but if your film does not fully adhere to the plastic, you'll get silvering. If you get any bubbles under the decal film, this will melt and fill in as a filler gap. So the way it's not having that silvering effect. So very basic tool. I'll show you how to do it. You just draw it on, put the decal film, let it set and glue onto itself.
Oh, we got Brookman Studio.
Yeah.
I was checking it from YouTube. Right on, Brookman. And we got you, bro.
So I have a bit of a different method for how I put mine on. I use a micro sol as my
Yeah.
adhesive. And microsol, I don't know about the setter you're using, but with microsol, what it does is it does kind of still leave a little bit of that silvering, but it melts the clear that's holding all the decal
Yeah.
into whatever paint you're using. So that's one of the bonuses to using this that's how it does its glue effect. Other than that, I use to get the decals to bend, I use Mr. Mark Softer, which is also a good brand to use. Mr. Hobby brands are great to use. I don't argue against it. I'm just being clear. Like I haven't had very good luck with Mr. Setter, but Microsol, I've been having a good a really good thing with them. And then I also have the blue bottle of micro. It's called Micro Set, and that one is like Mr. Mark softer. It's used for softening up your water slide, so you can bend, like get it around 90-degree angles and stuff without it coming back up on you. That's what that's used for. Mm. So, so, yeah, little. I'm always slow on what to do about arms because like Gundams in general don't have a lot of decals on their arms,
Yeah.
so I'm always like, what do you do about that? I don't know. So I'm just doing the guns right now. This one gun I'm working on, the big Buster Cannon, is it's gonna be huge, but it's the Amazing Victory Buster plasma rifle, I guess is what it's gonna be called. But it's pretty sick. And, yep. So, yeah. The
Yeah.
I'm using 5 different kinds of water slides on this kit, by the way, as well. So
It's not
I
bad.
don't really stick to one brand. I'm using Delphi. I'm using Bandai, and then I'm also using a little bit of 30-minute missions, which is also Bandai, but those are a little different. They're they're newer, so they're a little different. And then I'm using this I also got from Delphi. I'm using this, but it's like it's not normal Delphi. It's different. It was weird. So they sent it to me as like a free sample because I ordered like $100 or more.
Oh yeah.
So so I got that free sample, but it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't work like a normal Delphi decal. So it takes like 45 seconds to release itself from the paper. When normal, like Delphi normally takes 5 seconds. Put it in the water, count to five, release. Right? Yeah, we don't have that luxury here with this product. So, and let me see what are they calling it?
Normally, um, you can use an acidic solution. So I believe what the microsol is, it's acidic. So it's actually melting that film into the plastic, like you mentioned. This
Yeah.
is more of like a duplicate of what the film glue on the decal already is.
Okay.
Then the mark softener is actually the acidic one you put on top of the film to melt the actual clear film on top of the decal print.
Hmm.
So I know there's like 3 different ways to do it, but I haven't really, read any two into it. Basically, I know there's a
Uh-huh.
few ways, but that's it.
Right.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, I was always here in Minnesota. The guy who taught me how to use the softer and the sol. He told me that the softer goes on first. You wipe it away, and then the micro sol goes on second.
Yeah.
But that's all I know. That's the process that works for me. So I've been just keep it on that nose.
So
Exactly.
silvering. If you do get silvering, top coat clear. Will fog it up. So I'm using the Alkalide's top coat basically. Um, a really good tool for get a large bottle. Since I'm doing these large projects, I can do multiple master grades, multiple 172 scales before I drain this whole thing. Um,
Okay.
it saves me time from mixing too, and it's an acrylic top coat also, which is interesting.
Okay.
So we're on this decal. What do you guys think about dry rub transfer?
I like dry rub. It's my favorite. It's super sharp looking.
I like.
Sharper the
Oh,
looking than actual water slides, in my opinion.
I think so too. But it can be difficult.
I've not had good luck with them yet.
I think all about the finishing tool that's being used. Uh, I learned this. The first time I did it was with the Gap 103 Buster Master Grade because it comes with a lot of dry transfers. And it was the
Yeah.
tool that I was using. So I ended up using a wooden cuticle hooker. You can buy them by the pack at Walmart, and then sand the edges down so it's not sharp. That angle works very well. And you can rub, and it makes it really nice to
Right.
do that.
So yeah, basically the Mark III, that's the only two decals it gets on the front skirts, which is crazy. Um, I think the back skirts get something else. It gets an Anaheim and a Mark III logo. So really, this kit is going to have less decals than you probably see on a high grade kit on average, which is it's okay, but you're probably not going to expect very much of a dealer. So like these here, um, so I got to figure out what these ones are. Um, I believe they're the circular ones, but I got to figure the orientation.
Ooh, nice. Try to get some pop.
See, like details like that, you can use decals. You can also paint them on. You know, two different choices, and it's
Right.
all up to you how you choose to do it.
Yeah, um I'm in a time crunch for this build, so yeah, the
Yeah,
decals are definitely speeding up that part of the build process for me. Or else, yeah, there would be an extra step of taping and putting in a third coat of paint. But yeah, no, I'm in a time crunch, so that's why I'm not cutting corners. I'm more so doing what's efficient for me for the time that I have left. I've got 24 hours now to get this kit in. So,
yeah. So, you know, another thing about decals is that you want to be really careful of how you do it. Don't try not to mess it up. Do it best you can.
oh yeah, definitely. That's why I'm taking my time. I'm going slow. I'm just making sure that once I get everything where I want it, I'm happy with it. So it's looking really good though. I'm
So,
super
Carrie,
happy.
check it out. I'll show you what I was talking about. This one has the white Anaheim Electronics logo. Okay, so that's light gray and white contrast. So that looks okay. Um, then the dark gray decal than the light gray armor. So, you know, just contrasting it, making sure it looks good. Then later on, I'll come back and use the softener tomorrow and make it melt the film a little more. Then use top coat on top of that.
Awesome. That's really good. I reload because I think I was having some mic problem. But spot right there. Maybe that's the key. You gotta have fast reload.
You know, I actually don't like putting a whole lot of decals on my kits. When I did my 172 scale resin Victory 2 Gundam, I put the version COD decals on there. So I put every single one I could from the marking guide. But this one, I'm not going to use more than I need, basically.
Okay.
So like these two, I'll probably do them at the same time.
Yeah, I'm usually adding simple things to the kits when I do decals, but when I go all in on a kit like this where I'm really trying to like maximize on the decal usage for graphic, explosion of the graphic. Um, I always gotta you gotta think about certain things like what can you add to give that part more depth that it didn't have before. Because sometimes like just the caution symbol's okay, but when I'm adding like the white bars or here I'll show you the leg that I did. When I add one of these pieces on the leg,
Yeah.
that that's adding a depth change to the leg that it really makes those grays inside of the light gray really pops against it, and that's what I go for when I'm adding decals. So not only do the cautions look good, but you got to make sure like all of those, the bars, the heavy stripes, everything is really not gonna clash against what the theme of the build is. So
Yeah, so these look pretty good so far. You know, the films have dried somewhat, and there's no silvering, so that's pretty good. Um, Once I get top coat, it's going to seal them in a lot more than that final other layer, like I mentioned. Um, Normally I let about 24 hours to go by, then I do top coat after that. But for me, Right now, I'm doing painting by the batch, so I'm only painting all the dark gray parts plus some mixed matched armor color. So I basically did the underside paint like that, so decals, panel lines in. You can see the thrust or vents here, and some other sharper details too. So that's been a little bit of a trick. And I did gloss, as you can see, as that kind of gloss finish to it. But doing a gloss top coat before decals is probably important also.
I agree, very much so.
I agree, and I agree. I will agree to that 100%.
Hey, Mike, over the time you play the commercial.
Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and screw up some commercials. So let's go ahead and talk about the outfit.
Are you looking for a Gumper community with interactive content, such as live video chat builds weekly, 24-hour chat room, and so much more? Check out the Facebook page and Messenger to get full-level access to a great team that wants to build with you. Kit Bash Gundam. We're here to build.
Hey everybody, WebC here, and I'd like to talk to you today about our new friend Oni Mecha. Oni Mecha is a YouTube and social media content creator who's always doing cool things. His kits are super custom and super cool. Oni's trying to get into doing some tutorials for you guys, so come on over and check out Oni Mecha. Alright, and he'll be hanging out with us once in a while over at Kit Bash Gundam and on the WebC official podcasts, and it'll be real nice having him around. So you guys go on over there and check out Oni Mecha, where he'll teach you guys how to do things like custom Werner colors with airbrush and how he custom sculpts different types of claw plate. So have fun.
And we're back.
Awesome.
I forgot one
Absolutely.
important detail. I was supposed to get a paper towel to put these parts to dry on so I don't scratch them.
Oh no.
Oh, you're cool. I put the decal film back onto a paper towel so that way the water on the film absorbs into it, so that way it's only mixing with the mark setter. But it's
Oh,
cool, just basic things like this. Just markings, make it look good. Although I did find one thing about the Mark III, that the chest, because of the chest vents plus the extra sensors on there, it has no room on the actual top part of the chest to put decals. I can only fit decals on the sides of the chest. So that's weird. Um, that's okay though. I wasn't expecting that.
I would say just turn it to your advantage. It's about the upper hand,
Yeah.
take your situation, and go with it.
Mike Watson's in the chat.
hey, Mike Watson. How's it going, buddy?
What Gundam kit was he talking about again right there?
Gundam Kit, Mike Watson.
Yeah, the non. Yeah, he said. Can't see. Yeah, Delphi decals are amazing, man.
He said he's excited about the Jim Spartan that's coming out in December.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be really fun, man.
Yeah,
Originally for the 1/100, you could only buy the resin. Now you're getting a master grade officially, so that's cool.
Oh, really? It's going to be a master grade. Oh, cool.
oh, snap, you hear that? Well, Hiko's to master grade. That's like, that's what I wanted. Assassin this thing. So,
So I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to build next. I think I'm going to build an Aurora Battler Dumbine after this.
So
I
my
can be,
next build is actually right into another competition build. My local shop, local group is doing a TV wing Gundam real grade build off. So it's basically just a repaint build off. Just repaint it to what you think would look cool as a kid if you were to pilot it, if you were the pilot type of deal. So
speaking of
um,
When I was a
you have
kid,
W.
I thought the coolest thing about Gundam Wing was blowing it up. I thought that was so cool.
I'm Hero Yui. Welcome to Jackass. Yep. What's going
Speaking of
on, Carrie?
got some information about the uh, Bad Guy Challenge, or
Oh yeah,
you have
the
to,
bounty bag challenge. So today, I started passing around August's bounty bag challenge entrance, which means the entry for August is closed, and as of tomorrow, the 8th, the entry for September will open. And that just means everybody who's entered before, I recommend go ahead and enter again. If you don't make the cut, if we don't tell you by tomorrow morning who's in the cut. Um, as for the crew, the panel that I sent that out to, it'd be real great if you guys got back to me by the end of the night so I can let the winner know by morning. So I can also get his info and send him out his bounty bag. The bounty bag
Sweet
is
deal, man.
it's pretty cool. Our first entry has already finished his build and has submitted it, and it looks really good, man. Like he definitely did what I was hoping he would do, and he just like super embodied the challenge, like, and not just embodied it in like a little way either. Like really did what I like to see people do, which is cut and shape and re-glue and re-add, and so he did what I was really hoping everybody will do, and he set the bar pretty high for the first entrant, and we'll be looking forward to seeing who he goes up against next summer. So that's
and
another thing is like number one and number two might not go against each other. Like it's going to be named
Random.
out of the hat
Yeah.
to get that. So it'll be random, very random. Yeah, I think I'm done with the decals on this. I added those to the bottom and the top. So I added those, then I added those, and then I added on the side, I added that. So it's on both sides as well. So I think I'm done with this gun. Like these guns, the best thing to do is like do your best to try and keep them as simple as possible, so that you're not overcrowding the image. Especially like this gun, you're not going to see half of the decals that gets put on it because these parts like really do cover up the middle barrel. So that's what I'm on next is that. Oh, I'm gonna take a stretch, and a drink.
you're scouring it and trying to find
Yep,
information to drop.
I drink it, but they don't pay for it. Yep. So I have I will tell you on this kit, I've already put close to a hundred decals on the kit already.
Oh my gosh.
Where I'm at about.
Did
They
you put
added
decals on the frame?
No, I did not do any decals. There's no frame. This is a high grade, so there's like no frame. Or frame per se, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I know some guys that'd be very excited to put them all over the frame, then
oh
put
god.
armor over it. I've seen that a few
No,
times.
it's like the only frame is like the kneecap and the elbow. Like literally that's the only frame for the whole kit. Otherwise the rest is all just polycaps and parts
Yeah,
and the polycaps. So it's not not very frame friendly, you know. So that's where I'm at. I mean, I might be able to get one right there on the back of the elbow, like a little white square or something, a little white rectangle. I might throw it out there, you know, get those guys happy. He did the frame. Oh, you know, like
I was impressed, about he actually did it just to cover it up, and I was like, wow.
That's why I paint the detail on the frame like that. You'll never see it.
I kind
But
of
there's a reason I did it also because I would have a
yep.
condition where you boot the armor and you can see
What
it.
I do, yeah, one of the frames that I did that with.
so that
Um,
brings me back. Yeah.
But the reason why I painted that frame and everything was because like I already spent like 60 hours sanding it to get rid of all the seams and mold lines and stuff from it being made. And that was like the biggest thing with that kit that I did was sitting there and sculpting and resculpting all those parts because the it was what was it? It was a full mechanics. So there's like they're like here it's an inner frame, but we give it no love at all. You know, so if you want it to look good, you got to give it all that love. And yeah, spent over 80 hours alone sanding on that kit. That was
Yeah, that sounds about right.
it's one of those ones where it's like, yeah, Bandai, you're starting to get towards that what's that list that I've seen elsewhere where it's like the different kit companies and it's like Bandai, oh, you've got pretty hands, and then it's like you get all the way down to like some junk third party kit and it's like you got blisters and bandages and all that.
Oh no, you should have seen the resin picture. Someone posted a picture of his hands like literally cut off, and I was like, oh my gosh, his hands are all bloody and stuff, man.
Oh, and then there's the dude that posted that bloody Gundam picture and said he cut himself while he was building and just kept building.
I
I was like,
think I posted something on there. Oh, I posted the IBO meme on that photo. Yeah, I remember that.
come on, guy, let's not do that. Let's take care of ourselves, right?
So about it kind of brings me back. I kind of stopped griping at people what they do with their build after the dude posted his picture in the refrigerator. He said he posted it in the refrigerator because he needed lighting to take a photo, but he
Oh,
posted a gold-plated tri-burning Gundam, and I said, "How many chromosomes did it take to do this?" And he said it's only one chrome. Another kid, I know, and it's like your DNA, man. It went over his head.
Yeah, dog.
yeah,
He was very confused. I'll tell you that. I was also.
yeah, I was too.
But
So,
after that, I kind of stopped caring about what people did to their kit, man. I don't care if they light it on fire or they swallow it, man. If they cut their hand with a hobby knife, I don't care, man. Just show me your models,
Get the
please.
there.
yeah, um,
I do like seeing the destruction. I keep lines up and
I
you
just like to
spray
see model kits, man.
you view somebody else's work. It took hours, like
Hey, it's
some hours. You
and yeah. Also, I got another announcement. Just a reminder announcement, kind of, that we have a syndication channel now. That's over on Stream, and once a day I go over there and upload a whole 24 hours worth of videos. From all of our team members and stuff, a couple from here, a couple from there, and then a lot from Websy Official. And then we just stream that 24 hours a day, let those things slide through and everything. So it's a pretty cool little setup over there. You don't have to sign up or anything to go watch us, but if you want to create your own channel over there, you can definitely do that. But you got to sign up and follow their rules and all that stuff. So with that being said, don't forget to hit WebC Official on stream. And in future videos, I don't know if this one has it, but future videos, we will put a link to our stream channel on there. And then we'll also put um, we have a new link for our sponsor, Clarksville Hobby Depot, and it is already attached to this video. So if you guys go shopping if you prefer to do your online shopping instead of shopping with your local hubs, go over to our description section of this video and hit up our sponsor, Clarksville Hobby Depot LLC, and they
oh yeah.
will hook you up with some really sweet deals. Scott's always striving to make sure that he has competitive marketing. So let's make sure Scott's competitive marketing gets appreciated, you guys. You guys head over there, get some pictures, And packaging is always great. Don't have any issues with that in packaging. So definitely make sure you get out there, head over to Clarksville Hobby Depot LLC and check them out.
Yeah,
Link below. The link below. Anyways,
I was gonna say they're centralized kind of the East Coast, you know. So if you live on the East Coast and you want to ship it to Midwest, you got a really good shipping time. Plus to
oh,
the
yeah,
East Coast also. Yeah.
5 days to Minnesota. Um, that's the shipping time for us from Tennessee, so that's
It
not
was
too bad.
2 days for me for sure.
Dang. Well, I mean, yeah, you're a lot closer to them than
Like
me,
Red
though.
Texas, man. Yeah.
Yep.
It's close. It's really good and convenient, man. I would definitely pay for those rates. And plus, if you get small pack, you're gonna pay like less than $4 maybe if you get a smaller load of items, tools, and stuff.
Yep. So, yeah. And then, today on What's in the Hangar Wednesday, I want to talk about safety. Do you wear any safety gear? Well, if you don't, check this out. I got me a nice new apron. It ties in the back. It even has a crisscross strap section in the back, so it keeps it nice and tight up here, so it never gets loose on you. This thing is super nice. It's denim, and it's got 3 layers right where it counts, right where your stomach area is. So
Oh no.
well, last week I damaged myself, so now I'm thinking about safety and I'm thinking about you guys, and I want you guys to be safe too. So I'll make a deal with you. If you guys go find a nice denim apron and you send it to me, get a hold of me and send it to me, I'll airbrush your name on your own denim vests. So you go out and get one, and I'll do that. I'll give you guys a cool, sweet deal. I'll do airbrushing, so everybody can have like their own little name or whatever on their own denim. So that would be pretty cool. So go ahead, go search up a really cool, but it's got to be denim. Don't send me no Carhartts, and don't send me no Dickies. Make sure it's hard blue jean denim because that's what's good for crafting, and it doesn't release fabric like other things will. That's why I said it's got to be denim, and along with that, the paint will stick better in the denim. Yeah.
Nice.
So
Nice.
little shout out. Not very many people watching or listening, but I tell you what, that's a really cool option. And yeah, I feel good in this. This is actually a really nice feel. I don't know how else to say it. I like all the pockets. I've just been sitting here as I've been talking, just put my hands in the pockets and stuff, and going slow about things. So yeah, I like this. So it feels good.
Really, really awesome topic. I think we're gonna do this again because I have other ideas. Because I have instances, maybe not quite what you have, but that could very well happen to your leg, your foot. Because I like to sit on my sandal. Um,
Yep.
so
So yeah, when you're sitting down, this actually opens up like a catch, and it sits in your lap. So anything that falls in your hand actually catches right in your lap. I can kind of show you. There we go. So turns into a catch.
oh, yeah.
So if anything falls, it just catches right there on your lap, and like so, it's not a bad little option. So it does kind of
That,
think about
that,
the feet.
Nice.
hey, John, in the chat. What's up, John?
Hey, John Tucker, how's it going, buddy?
Welcome.
Just doing water slide decals tonight. We're working with Mr. Hobby Brands and Micro Brand. So yeah, we're doing that. Heiko's over here doing his stuff too. He's getting his put up. So Heiko, do
I'm
you
using
prefer to
softener
use
now.
gloves or no gloves when you do your decals?
Ooh,
Do you keep gloves on or no?
good question.
I don't ever touch them. I always use these, so I've never
No,
actually
I'm
put
not.
my hands on them.
Well, yeah, I got the tweezers too. I'm talking about the
Yeah.
part when you're like, do you have a spot on your part that you'll hold
Oh
it? So,
no. I keep them
like,
on the skewers like this, and I never handle the part.
oh,
So basically, whenever I paint, I try to keep my hands off the pieces as much as possible through the whole entire build.
okay.
Um, when I'm sanding, I'll touch it, but if I start painting from priming till now,
Hmm.
I'll only touch it if I have to sand the parts. If I start painting, I don't handle it, okay? So if I'm using Q-tips, I'm typically holding it like With this, and I've got to do panel line removal, I'll remove it kind of like this, holding it. I won't touch the pieces.
Okay.
Keep your hand oils off it, basically.
Yep, that's why I was asking, because what I do to solve my hand oil problem is I wash my hands 2 times in a row with dish soap, and
Yeah,
it strips all the oils from your hands, and that's what I do. But you got to like do a full too, like dry your hands completely and then wash again right away, and then the second time your hands will feel real grabby, and that's how you know you got a lot of the oil off because it's just your skin trying to grab stuff.
yeah,
And then it'll be good for about an hour, and then I'll start to produce oils again, and then I'll have to go wash my hands again.
yeah.
But that's just what I do as like a like just oh snap, broke man, you're so awesome. He said happy birthday, dude. Love you so much, broke man. That's awesome. Thanks for the birthday wishes all the way from the other side of the world where broke man is. That's super cool, guys. Um, And then Josh says he's surviving through that Ovid word and working on an HG Asimar.
You can get shut down for saying the C word.
Yeah, dude, we don't want to be in the algorithms for C word. So let's just move on from there.
Don't even say it. I
Right.
got banned from a chat for saying Batman, and someone made a C joke after that. And I was like, wow, why would you do that?
Oh, and then it gets you in trouble right there. That's exactly what it is, man. That's what I don't like either. I don't want to deal with that kind of trouble. I just want to stay away from all that stuff. I'm so sorry, Johnson. You got sick, and buddy, I've had it twice now, so I definitely know the feeling of getting sick with that. So it helped me quit cigarettes, though. Hey, so saving my lungs and saving my life. Can't be mad about that. So the thing we call it. I like Josh. Josh said we'll call it the thing. Yeah.
It's all good, man.
How do you like the build so far? What are you talking about, Carrie?
I was talking to Josh. I like it so far.
Oh, okay, that ASMR. Sweet. I'll be excited when September or when October ends and I can finally do a free build. Right? I won't have any competitions until like Christmas. So free build. I'll get one free build soon. I don't know what I'm gonna do for a free build. Yeah, because I don't think I'm gonna enter in the Halloween challenge that we're gonna put out or whatever. I'm thinking we're gonna do a Halloween something. We're gonna do something for Halloween. We've been shooting ideas back and forth. Look, around the 20th of September, we'll make an announcement for something coming up for an October finish build off. So
It's gonna be
anybody,
hard for me to get into a build off.
yeah. So
Any given
anybody,
time, I can be building. Oh yeah, you're good.
yeah, go ahead and get in there and check us out. Make sure you keep an eye out over at Cape Ash Gundam for the info on an October finish build off. And what's that about you not be able to get into a build off, Hiko?
Um, Depending on how I'm rotating builds, I may be building a Zoids Macross Armored Core or an alternate mecha, depending. And I only build. This is the one Gundam on my rotation right now. I got like 5 different series after this.
That's cool.
It happens. That's okay. But I've gotten to the point where most communities will allow me to post non-Gundam related content unless it's model building content. If I say it's mecha, they'll let me post it. But some groups are very particular about not posting non-mecha or non-Gundam related stuff. So
It's so goofy about that, I don't know. I just try and post everywhere, and if somebody takes it down, if I feel like they were misjudging me or something when they took it down, that I try to let them know, like, hey, I want you guys to know, like, I didn't mean to violate anything. I just wanted to share the builds, share the love and
you did
stuff.
a whoopsie and didn't know what you did.
Yeah, Webc did a whoopsie,
It's
and
okay.
so we all have those moments, right?
I do that every day I wake up in my life, man. Oops, I'm alive still.
Oh no, don't say that, man. You know?
That's a joke, by the way.
Yeah, so
No, but I'm done with decals, man. I'm done. Like literally, I have the decal guide literally has like one decal for the back skirts, one decal for the front skirts. Then these are the arm joints. So it has like this double O style decal for the round joints on the arms, I guess, which is strange.
Awesome. All right, so we're gonna go take a commercial break real quick, and I think we're gonna do C's Bounty Bag Challenge. Enter for a monthly chance to compete. Show us your best build at curlyhell@gmail.com. Sponsored by Derek Ho and the Horde, WebC Official, and the Model Rocketeer. Hey everybody, WebC here, and I just want to encourage you all to get down and hang out with us and try and get in there for that monthly audition to be on the 12th spot. It'll be really cool. One more.
Fender Bangers RC. Hey everybody, come check out Fender Bangers on Facebook and see what the zip is all about. If you got a need for speed on a small scale model style, well, come hang out and see what's cracking in the RC car world.
Yeah. Do you know how many times I had to like rehearse that opening on that RC commercial? Giving my voice to do that without cracking up.
It's not bad. It was pretty good.
Fender Bangers RC. No, I could do it. Like it's like debating. I call it voice.
So basically, once we get Carrie's webcam set up, well, I mean his non-phone camera set up, we'll basically be pretty good for quality recording.
Yeah, I think what Carrie's biggest issue is I think his bandwidth is probably gonna be like his biggest issue because he doesn't
Yeah,
have
it's okay.
boosters around him in his area. Like it's more like it's like trees. It's not boosters. You know what I mean? So that's one of the things that concerns me about that is like I was just looking at that like that's the only thing I can think of that could be causing the issue. I don't know. I mean, like Andrew lives in freaking Bumfuck, Canada, and he gets okay reception for the most part, but he steps 2 feet out of his house and he loses complete reception. Like so, um,
Oh,
yeah, it's been that way with everybody, and like the big worst of it all is what is it? The big worst of it all is the whole the sunstorms that have been hitting us this summer have just been crazy, like messing with the satellites and everything. So I'm definitely going to attribute a lot of it to that, like just the ionosphere not allowing good reception to go
you
through.
guys,
We
yeah,
are,
you guys, yeah, you got that. That's
and
going
then
on.
Broke Man Studios says I'm good at voiceovers. That's pretty nice of you to say, Broke Man. I really appreciate that. You do a pretty good job at your voiceovers too, Broke Man. Your English is really nice. I really like your English. So that's yeah. I also watched Broke Man's newest video. That was a pretty good video. I like that video. What's up, folks? I always love it. I always love saying "What's up, folks?" Like I say that to my kids because they got. Oh man, I'm just so distracted right now. Just I'm trying to like wrap my head around. I'm gonna have to open up some books and stuff here on some real grades and see what I should do for these hands. I got a couple like a Destiny and a Strike Gundam for real grades. So I'm gonna look at them for the arms just to get an idea of what I should be doing.
Oh yeah,
And,
I got a high grade build I got to do after this for commission.
ooh, cool.
It's gonna be fun. I just have to sand and clean it. He left me horrendous seam line removal and number cleaning
Uh,
also. Like
that's
hobby
usually
knife gashed into the plastic to where there's actually a dent. I gotta fill in with putty after that. I have to have a talk with him later on about this, about hurting his feelings.
so
That's
yeah.
good, man.
All right. Then
And I'll give you a look at what I'm looking at right now. So we have all of these parts need to be Yeah, this is half the pieces all right here. So this is all the stuff, and I got a whole box full of another painted pieces also. And
Nice.
I'll give you a look at the backpack again. So I got to do panel lines, decals still, but you
Push
know
bigger screen so we can see it better.
that's what the backpack looks like.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
So what? This has 4 extra verniers, but all together for one backpack, look how many verniers it has. 2 on the side, 4 in the back, 3 on the bottom, and 2 more on the side. So that's one backpack with a lot of boost right there for sure.
That's awesome.
So what most back like the Mark II has 4 thrusters, man. This has 11.
Nice.
Yeah, so basically it's like a Zeta type, but with extra mobility, which is crazy, even for what I'm looking at.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. So it's my my next competition paint job is going to be a Tron themed paint job, kind of Tron themed. Not really, but it'll look really cool when it's done. The concept that I've got there, and then I'm gonna thinking gold, gold as well. Like I want to put gold in that kit too. So it's just gonna be one of those competition kits that's just gonna look ungodly overdone. It's just gonna be like, wow, why did you do
Have you ever built any non-Gundam kits like
that?
let's say Kotobukiya? Have you built any of those?
I want to get into building some of those kits and stuff. Right now, I've just only been getting my hands wet with Gunpla in the wild, like whatever I can catch in the wild. And then eventually, I'll get set up to do those kind of things. But the reason why I don't do a lot of those other types of kits is because they're all heavily resin. And my issue with that is I just have animals and kids in the house, and I
Oh
don't have
yeah.
somewhere where I can safely work on that product with my kids and my animals. So at least with here at my workstation with just the regular Gunpla that I have, I wipe it down with white cloths and I vacuum every day and I'm constantly picking up after myself. Like every build, I do a full clean down of my station and stuff just to get that dust picked up and everything so it doesn't get all over the place for my cats and my dogs to be rolling in
Yeah.
this.
So probably
So
give you a look at some of the
those are
painting I've
cool.
been doing. So the bottom of the feet, hand manipulators. Um, just very basic, GM colors, Gundam mix you're gonna see. And I
Yeah.
think I've followed the color scheme I've wanted to do so far well. It's the Gem 3 plus GM2, so I think I'm solid for the colors. Everything's even. I just have to do the quality checks. Like I just put the decals are on; they look good. Um, I think it's pretty sharp still, so that looks
Yep.
fun. And I'm about to go get a bowl of ramen. I'll be right back.
All right. Well, actually, Heiko, we're gonna just taper out the show here. We're at the 55-minute mark, so that's basically what we're gonna do. I'm just gonna go ahead and play this last 5-minute lead out, and we'll let that one hang. I think I think it's still up here. If it's not, I'll go find it. Wahaha. No. Okay. We'll just go find it. Local video storage. I know I had a commercial video that was like 5 minutes long. It was mostly Carrie. Let's go ahead. Carrie, you want to hit us with a sponsor announcement?
Absolutely. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We can only do this with the help of our friends, our affiliates, and partners that do this. So we're going to give a quick shout out to a few of those.
Yeah.
Hobby Nut Model, those big online sponsors, and of course, the world renowned GSM and Mega Parts as well. Because we have a guy that has a hobby outlet also. I do this with the help of our friends, our affiliates, and partners that do this. So we're going to give a quick shout out to a few of those. Hobby Nut Models, the Horde with Derek Cohn, Clarksville Hobby, the Hobby, because we have a guy that has a hobby outlet also. But of course, everybody knows the Mega Warehouse and the Mega Parts guy being those big online sponsors, and of course the world-renowned GSN, the Gundam Shoppers Network. Really appreciate you guys, encouraging us, being our friends, and kind of like lighting the way as we follow up. We really appreciate the encouragement. If you guys subscribe, share their content, check them out, see what they're doing. They're doing a great thing. So all we can do is try to work alongside these people and keep making the community great.
What is your get back to any of our 3 shows, whether that be Bash Friday nights, Full Metal Late Nights on Friday, or the What's in the Hangar Wednesday, it always helps for you to stop by our Patreon and make a donation. And our donations aren't just giving us money for free. We do give you things in return. So please stop by our Patreon, have a look, and see which subscription would fit you to help us. And when you help us make WebC Official better for you to view. Thank you. All right, and those are some of our affiliates that we used to hang out with and everything. And that's one of our old commercials. This is the last time you're going to see that, and that's why I remixed it the way I did and messed around with it, because that commercial is going away. We won't be doing that commercial anymore. We are reloading our sponsored commercial like that. So look forward into the next week for me and Carrie and Andrew and maybe a couple of the other guys to get together and start doing some recordings for some new commercials and stuff. So that's another thing that's to look out for. Until then, I am your production host, Web C, and Carrie, Model Rocketeer. We are your hosts for What's in the Hangar Wednesday.